When you think about ancient Greece, you probably imagine chaos, Spartan warriors, Greek gods, men fighting over pride, power, everything. Not exactly a place known for calmness, and yet, somehow, this exact world produced the calmest, most unshakable minds in human history. Men so calm that just being around them made others feel uncomfortable. But there was one man who took this to a completely different level. His presence alone was so powerful that even Alexander the Great, a man who had conquered half the world, would go out of his way to find him, not for advice, not for strategy, just to sit near him, to feel what it's like, to be around someone who fears absolutely nothing. And today, I'm going to show you exactly who he was, his simple but dangerous method, and how you can use it to become so calm, it actually makes people nervous around you. It was around 360 BC. A boy was born in a small Greek city called Elis. Nothing special about him, no power, no status, no influence. He was just a painter, a normal man living a normal life, completely invisible to the world, until one decision changed everything. At the age of 30, he joined the army of Alexander the Great. Now imagine this. You're thrown into some of the most brutal battles in history, swords clashing, people screaming, death everywhere. And while every soldier around you is shaking, this man is completely calm, not acting, not pretending, actually unbothered. That man was Pyrrho. When the war ended and he returned to Greece, something strange started happening. Powerful men, leaders, thinkers, they all started coming to him, but not for money, not for military advice. They came with one question. How? Are you like this? How does a man with nothing, no army, no status, no power, make everyone around him feel like they're the ones who have something to lose? And that's where his method begins. Pyrrho said something that most people never realize. Most people don't get nervous because of others. They get nervous because of themselves. The moment you walk into a room, needing approval, needing to impress, needing to win, or even just needing to not look stupid, you've already lost. Because in that moment, you've handed your power to everyone else in the room, and they can feel it. But Pyrrho had an alternative. He called it Ataraxia, a state of complete mental unshakability, not controlling your reactions, but reaching a point where there is nothing inside you left to react. No need for approval, no fear of judgment, no attachment to outcomes, just stillness. And the crazy part, he said you only need one practice to reach it. Before any situation that makes you nervous, ask yourself one question. What is the worst that can actually happen here? Not the dramatic story your brain is creating, the real worst-case scenario. Then ask yourself, can I survive that? And almost every time, the answer is yes. And once you truly accept that, something powerful happens. Because if you can survive the worst, then everything else loses its control over you. One day, a student asked him, "But what if people think badly of you?" Pyrrho looked at him calmly and said, "And then what?" The student froze. No answer? Because when you follow fear all the way to the end, it collapses every time. And I didn't understand this until I experienced it myself. I was 17 at my first sales job, first month in, and I messed up, sent the wrong order to a client. My boss found out, and instead of calling me privately, he called me out in front of everyone, right there on the office floor. And then he started shouting, calling me careless, unprofessional, saying I just cost him money. Everyone was watching, waiting for me to break, to panic, to apologize, to shrink. But in that moment, something clicked. I remembered the question. What's the worst that can happen? He fires me. Okay, then what? I get another job. That's it. That's the disaster. So instead of reacting, I just looked at him calmly and said, I understand. I'll fix it today. No panic, no over-explaining, no emotional reaction, just calm, and suddenly the entire room went silent. Not because I said something impressive, but because he threw everything at me and nothing landed. That's power. He walked away, and from that day on, no one in that office ever tried to make me feel small again. That's ataraxia. You don't become calm in the moment. You become calm before the moment by facing every fear and realizing it was never as big as your mind made it. Because the truth is simple. The room only controls the person who needs something from it. Approval, validation, respect. Take that need away, and suddenly you become the one in control. So next time you walk into a room, don't try to impress, don't try to win. Just ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? And can I survive it? And once you truly accept the answer, watch how everything changes. Because the most dangerous person in any room is not the loudest one, not the strongest one, but the one who needs nothing. If you felt this, subscribe, because this is just the beginning.